Shalom, all praises and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akim across the four corners of the earth that's pushing this truth and faith and sincerity. I want to go into this scripture in 1 Timothy, the 6th chapter, and really keying in on the 3rd verse. The reason I want to go into this particular verse is because I've heard it used. For one, I heard it used by HODC, with Barack and Bunyum and the rest of those men over there in that group. I've also heard it used by various different camps, saying that they brought this particular verse out to show that Great Millstone is going off when they go out and teach because of the language that's being brought out from Great Millstone. Starting with the apostles of Great Millstone and the elders, along with all the different Akim across the four corners of the earth that's pushing this truth. So they have a problem. They have a problem with a lot of things, man, because we pushing the true doctrine. But one thing or one reason why they really hate Great Millstone is because of the way we bring it out and the language that we use when we bring it out. Even though we're preaching the true doctrine, they got a problem with us so-called cursing or cussing, which really, if you go and look those words up, it's two different words. Cussing is some new speak Esau got out. And cursing is different from cussing. But anyway, not to go all into that, they have a problem with the language that we use. And it doesn't matter the language that we use out there, as long as the language that we're using is in agreement with the doctrine, or the words that we use are the correct words that apply to the particular topics that we might be going into according to the doctrine. So I'm gonna bring this out. This is 1 Timothy 6:3. If any man teach otherwise and consent not to wholesome words, even the words of our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, and to the doctrine which is according to godliness, he is proud, knowing nothing, but doting about questions and strifes of words, whereof cometh envy, strife, railings, evil surmising. So right here, it's talking about the wholesome words. It's talking about, going into these words, making sure when you give the understanding of a particular word, it's the right understanding. It's the right etymology of that word. For example, wholesome words would be that the mark of the beast that you read about in Revelation, the 13th chapter, the 16th verse, and the 17th verse, is that it's the RFID microchip. The word there is charagma. That's wholesome words. Which saying fuck, damn, bitch, shit, slut, hoe, pussy, that's not what it's talking about. When the scriptures talk about if any man teach otherwise and consent not to wholesome words, that's not what it's talking about. Man that's not using wholesome words. In other words, you're using the group of words that I just said that would sound offensive to these other Israelite groups and the world, and really the ones of y'all that's that don't know you're Israelites and not in this truth. Y'all meditate on all them different type of words. But when you hear men of the Lord bring it out, then it's a problem. So as long as you preaching the truth, that's all that matters, man. And the words that you use, you got to make sure you know what you're talking about when you're bringing out the different words and giving the understanding to that word. So to give the understanding, you have to know the etymology of different words, and in that way you can make sure that you teaching the doctrine the correct way, just like if you go into John 3:16, you would have to really go into the word world and bring out that it's not talking about the word world there is not oikoumene, but it's cosmos, which are two different words. And if you didn't give the understanding, uh, I put it like this: if you want to give the correct understanding to that scripture, you have to know and understand what that word world means and is talking about in that particular verse. Otherwise, if you say that John 3:16 is talking about the whole entire world, then you off and you're not consenting to wholesome word. The way you would consent to wholesome word is by bringing out that the word world in John 3:16 is cosmos, and it's not talking about the whole inhabited earth. It's talking about orderly arrangement or a particular group of people, you know, and that's who that verse applies to. And that's how, by going into that word, and I'm just using this as an example right now, by going into that word and explaining the etymology of the word, now you can actually teach the correct doctrine. And that's what the second part of this verse says. It says, even the words of our Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach to the doctrine which is according to godliness. And with that, that's it, man. I just want to go into that scripture real quick. The world out there. Well, I really want to focus in, the different Israelite camps out there. They're disgusted and they hate Great Millstone, especially the apostles, man. Starting with the apostle Tahar, man. They really got a hatred in their heart and wish death upon the men of the Lord. You know, because we go out and speak the truth, then yeah, we go out and speak rough. We speak so-called, according to this society, harsh words. But man, you go out here patty caking and playing with these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, they gonna stomp all over you, and you're not gonna be able to set up order. So being stern and being strict, and in this being stern and being strict, being even rough is necessary. Dealing with a bunch of hard-headed uh or talking to a bunch of hardheads, man, a rebellious nation. So with that, I'm gonna sign out. I want to give all praises and glory once again to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone, Shalom Taught Akim, across the four corners of the earth, that's pushing its truth and faith and its sincerity. Shalom.